everyone, it's Jenna from Cruise Blog, and today we're talking about 7 Norwegian Cruise Line changes that you should know about for 2026. Let's get into it. Norwegian Cruise Line, or NCL, announced big changes this year that upset many loyal fans, including new room service restrictions, fees for extra main dining room entrees, and more. Many have taken to social media to voice frustration about the changes, claiming that they erode the value and flexibility of freestyle cruising that longtime cruisers had come to appreciate. Whether you're a first-time cruiser or a loyal Latitudes member, it is important to understand the changes before embarking on your next voyage. Here's a breakdown of the Norwegian Cruise Line news that will impact your vacations in 2026 and beyond. First is the return of Free at Sea. Norwegian is axing its More at Sea program less than 1 year after launching it. Effective November 5th, 2025, NCL's website confirms that Free at Sea has returned, albeit with some changes. According to Norwegian, Free at Sea makes it easy to indulge in premium cocktails, enjoy specialty meals, embark on memorable shore excursions, and stay connected with the cruise line's speedy Wi-Fi package. Thankfully, the cruise line isn't making any changes to the drink package's inclusions, other than the unpopular decision to restrict its use ashore at Great Stirrup Cay in the Bahamas. Many cruisers are upset by this change as they will not be able to use their drink package at the private destination. However, guests will still have unlimited access to over 100 included cocktails, wines by the glass from around the world, beers and seltzers, and a selection of non-alcoholic beverages. The only important update to the drink package is that the pricing is no longer determined by the number of sailing days. Instead, NCL's Free at Sea Unlimited Open Bar has a flat price of $28.50 per person per day. Moving on, everyone will receive 150 minutes of Wi-Fi regardless of their cruise's length. Previously, the number of minutes given to all guests was determined by the voyage's length. Finally, the cruise line amended its specialty dining perk to be based solely on the length of the cruise rather than the voyage's duration and cabin category. As part of NCL's rebranded Free at Sea program, those on 2 to 4 night cruises will get 1 complimentary specialty dining meal, while those on 5 to 6 night sailings will get 2. Guests embarking on a 7 to 8 night voyage will enjoy 3 specialty meals, and passengers on 9 night cruises or longer will have 4 included specialty meals. The next change with NCL in 2026 are the new main dining room fees. In September of 2025, NCL began charging for extra entrees in its main dining rooms. However, appetizers like soups and salads and desserts are still unlimited. This move caught many passengers by surprise. Historically, cruisers could order multiple entrees as part of their cruise fare. This was popular for those who like to sample different dishes or share amongst their table mates. Now, NCL's dining room menus state that additional entrees will incur a $5 service charge. Although the reasoning was likely to cut down on waste, some have suggested alternative solutions, such as offering half portions of entrees to those who are indecisive. Compared to lines like Royal Caribbean and Carnival, NCL's new dining room policy is the most restrictive. Carnival, for example, charges guests when they want a third entree or more, while Royal Caribbean only charges for additional lobster tails on formal night. Another change are the no-show fees for specialty restaurants. This year, Norwegian began enforcing a no-show fee for guests who book a specialty restaurant but don't cancel in advance. Luckily, the cancellation policy is generous. Passengers need to cancel no less than 2 hours before their reservation. If they forget, they will have a $10 no-show fee. This fee is charged per person, so bigger groups must be on top of their reservation so they don't get a big bill. While this might look like a strict policy on paper, it makes a lot of sense for those passengers who are trying to book a specialty restaurant, but there's no availability. This helps free up tables for last-minute reservations and prevents guests from monopolizing high-demand dining slots at popular restaurants like Cagney's Steakhouse or Teppanyaki. So we briefly mentioned this change earlier, but we'll go into more detail with the new drink package change at Great Stirrup Cay. Out of all the changes made this year, this is likely the most unpopular among guests. Starting March 1st, 2026, NCL drink packages will not work ashore at Great Stirrup Cay, the cruise line's private destination in the Bahamas. Instead, Norwegian will release a new package specifically for use on the island for an additional cost. If you don't want to purchase this, there will, of course, still be select complimentary beverages for guests, including water, iced tea, and juice. This policy change aligns with other major cruise lines like Carnival and Holland America, which don't allow their passengers to use drink packages at private destinations. However, Royal Caribbean, MSC, and Princess Cruises do not restrict guests in the same way. Their cruisers can use onboard drink packages at their private islands. They do not have to buy a separate package to use their drink package at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, Ocean Cay, and Princess Cay. Another change is that there are no more freestyle daily schedules. Norwegian suddenly stopped delivering the traditional freestyle daily schedule to staterooms across its fleet. This means that guests are expected to browse the daily schedules and operating hours on their mobile phones or on the cabin's television. NCL is not the first cruise line to move away from printed schedules. Royal Caribbean, for example, also eliminated delivering the daily paper cruise compass, citing environmental concerns and cost savings as the primary motives. Next up are the room service restrictions. Passengers also noticed that NCL quietly updated its room service policy. Instead of allowing guests to order unlimited food, cruisers are restricted to one hot and one cold dish per person per breakfast order. Additionally, NCL guests can only order 2 items per person per delivery from the all-day menu. If passengers want more food, they will need to place a second order, which means another service fee and additional wait time between deliveries. The good news is that Norwegian did not increase the mandatory room service delivery fees. Guests will still pay $4.95 for breakfast and $9.95 for items from the all-day menu. The last thing to know is that Norwegian Sky is leaving the fleet. Norwegian Sky is set to leave NCL's fleet in August of 2026, making the first ship departure from the line in nearly 2 decades. Earlier this year, passengers were notified that all cruises from August 20th, 2026 onward were canceled, as Norwegian Sky will join the Cordelia Cruises fleet in India. Norwegian Sun will also leave NCL's fleet. However, her departure is not scheduled until 2027. Norwegian Sky and Sun are 2 of the cruise line's oldest and smallest ships. Still, they helped pioneer the freestyle cruising concept that has become synonymous with NCL. So those are the 7 things that you should know before your cruise on Norwegian Cruise Line in 2026. Are you upset with some of these changes, or are you excited for some? Let us know in the comments below. I'm particularly interested to hear everyone's thoughts on the new drink package change at Great Stirrup Cay. While you're at it, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on those bell notifications so you are notified every time we post a new video. Until next time, happy cruising!